think we are live. It wants me to run an ad. What is up? What's up, Sassy Cat? Dan of NJ. Joe, Terry, Majestic PB&J. Skyprop, BCC1. RJ, Ben Coombs, Craig, Skyprop, Terry, Zach, Retro Puffer. Got David, Fretless Ed, Rob M, Matt, yes, we are live, Tim, Ron, Kevin, Jimmy, Crazy Mouse, Tactical, Ogre Lord, Chris, Monty, Yeti Motzi. Speaker, what's up, buddy? Funny ass guitar guy, what's up, John? Thank you. Rico, Matt, Richard, Trolls, Ben. What's up, Terry and Joe and Dennis? Hi, Rock Z. What's up, Coots? Thunder Falcon, Nelson. Thanks again for giving out those memberships. That was way generous of you. We got Steve. We got John. We got Crazy Mouse. We got Patty. Music, sound, gear. Electro Mega. Justin. VTech. SFB. The weather isn't too frightening, actually. It turned to rain, and it washed it all away, mostly. What's up, Monty? Thank you. Jay Schaff and Patty and Dan of NJ. I'm repeating, but that's okay, because it all rhymes, right? All world music. And Mike. Hey, you like that Perfecto? Oh, we are having fun. At least I am. I'm hoping it's rubbing off. There it is. There's your acoustic guitar, the Silent Acoustic. It is acoustic by outline only. It's pretty much a solid body electric with acoustic guitar strings on it and a piezo pickup. You know, the action was a little high. I had to crank down the truss rod on it. And I actually had to drop the bridge on a little bit. Bridge was really tall. And so I pulled it out and, you know, sort of figured out what I wanted to take off. Took off about maybe, I think, 1 millimeter. And I just have a little vise, and I just put it in the vise upside down just right, and I crank the vise down. And I just take a file and take most of it off. And then a little razor blade to get it nice and flat for the final approach. And done. Put it back in. You know, it's a lot lower. I wouldn't call it my lowest acoustic. The carbon fiber is probably half the distance that this is. That's a much better playing acoustic, without a doubt. But unfortunately, it's not acoustic electric. It's just acoustic. And of course, my Larrabee, but that's a, you know, $1,700 acoustic. And then what else? Actually, you know what? My frameless acoustics are very well set up, too. I will say that. They're Chinese made. Play me some Wholehearted. Of course. Something like that. I might have to go slower and do the ballad. I'm giving it the whack, but it's not the same when it's a solid body. Come on. I did hear the new Extreme. I liked it. The guitar solo. I would say that Nuno, he throws down a gauntlet. You know, it's at some point, at some level, it's a taunt to other guitar players. I don't think I know the Tesla Love song. Let's switch it up a little bit. What's up, Black Chew Bear? I usually open like this. This is to stretch my fingers out. Preparing myself for the riff. I'm like, hold on. Actually, my wrist, my watch here. See, it was the watch. No more reverb. I can't give it any more reverb. It's got all the reverb she can take. I'll do it. Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. I'll do it. Don't break me into a monkeys medley. What's up, Vimps? Yeah, I've been kind of playing this a lot this week. You know, been kind of playing this one. This and the Vola. Vola. Play the Vola song. Sadly, it sounded like another song written by a Mr. Raymond Davies. I saw that David Lindley and Wayne Shorter turn the highs all the way up. I didn't. I got a little black book with me poems in, got a bag and a toothbrush and a comb in. And I'm a good dog, sometimes don't a bone in. God. Stains on my fingers. I've got swimming in the blues. Ain't that the truth? I've got 13,000 channels of shit on the TV to choose from. Oh, all the good ones, you know. Right, Proto, nobody home. So someone would say Jim Croce. I don't know much Jim Croce. Yeah, is it? It's a shame everything is hurting, and then I'll spend them with you. Just there never seems to be enough time to do the things you wanna do. If I look around enough to know you're the one I time will. Yeah, I remember when Jim Croce died, because I was way into him when I was real little. And my dad was like, "Oh, you know that guitar player, singer you really like there?" I'm like, "Yeah, he's dead." I was like, "So what does that mean?" I'm like 4. I mean, he's never coming back. He's gone. Dead means you're dead. Like when my grandmother was trying to explain to me how the cat that she put to sleep was never going to wake up. I'm like, then why? Okay. So it's like it's just sleeping forever? Thank you, Vimps. Play the guitar a little bit. What do you think? You know, I don't know. It's a mixed bag. On the one hand, I really like the sound of it. And it's certainly easy to play. On the other hand, the action when I got it was really high. Now, I cranked the truss rod down a little bit. That lowered it. And I shaved off the bottom of the bridge, a little bit. But you got to be careful if you go too low on the bridge. You don't get enough of a brake angle over the bridge itself, and it can start to whistle, right? You start to get a rattle or a buzz or a whistle or a chime. So one of the ways you can do it is like put lower string trees on it, right? Cut the string tree height in half, or to get a better brake angle if you lower the bridge too much. So far, it's been okay, but I would say that this is probably double the height of what I would call like really good action, like the same action I have on the Donner Carbon Fiber, which is an amazing guitar. I really like that guitar a lot. That guitar, when I first got it, I was like, oh my God, the action is so high, but it had a bunch of shims in it. I pulled those out. And I guess it was a few weeks later after I did the demo, I said, my God, the action, this is so high. And I looked down, and the thing was so bowed. And I checked, the truss rod was like it's a biflex, and they had it turned the wrong way. So I start turning it right, and it's hard to turn, and then it loosens. I'm like, oh my God, whoever turned it the wrong way. And then I start to turn it and tighten it, and it tightens it down, and all of a sudden, the action on that guitar is gorgeous. It's like some of the best action on any acoustic I have, that carbon fiber one. It really is awesome. Once you tighten that thing down, I mean, clearly whoever tightened it just tightened it the wrong way, wrong direction. They're like, oh, here it goes. yeah, it's literally pushing it forward, dummy. So that one I fixed. Now this one, it looks pretty straight. I'm not really seeing a huge gap. Maybe a little bit. I could maybe tighten it down a little bit more. Yeah, maybe. I'd have to get a capo, throw a capo on the second fret here, or the first fret. But just looking at this, putting down on the first fret and down here on the top fret, I could see a little distance in there. I could maybe do a little bit more work with the neck without having to take the bridge down, That's the nut. It's good. It's a bone nut, actually, right? What do you think? Nice nut? How's your nut? Competent. I don't know the Tesla love song. It's a lot of people. I don't know any John Denver, and I don't know how I don't. Now that's with the treble boosted. I'm going to bring the treble back to the notch. This is neither boosted nor cut. Now with the pick, you think that sounds better? Not as clicky? Or did you like it better? one says it sounds worse. This is back where it started. You like it brighter like that? See, sometimes that sounds a little bright in my headphones. This is back to the notch. You like it brighter? That's the brighter. So sometimes you hear it in the headphones, it sounds one way, but then you hear it back later. Oh, thank you, VTech. Nice change of pace tonight, Steve. You rock. No, you still rock. You rock. Some Rush. Hold on, I might have to fingerstyle this. Nice and crisp will cut through the mix. I agree. Maybe it's my left hand that's a problem. I don't think I'm hitting it right. Yeah. It is on the edge of breakup. I actually have it quite hot because I felt like it was too... You couldn't really hear it when I was playing it soft in my prep. All right, hold on a second here. Yeah, I'm going through THU. Let me tell what's my rig? It just says it's a clean Friedman. Clean fried, which means Friedman. But they can't say Friedman. They have to say fried. Because, you know, copyright. Try the new Neural Pussy. I saw it release. I have not tried it. Neural DSP. That's because it's really an electric guitar with a piezo. It's a solid body. So I think it gives it more beef, more oomph. I don't have. I've played through a Kemper just once. That's it sound through an overdrive. I briefly do that in my video. Check that out. It's not good. It's the sound is unpleasing to the ear. I don't know 316. I know that little bit, but that's about it. What's up, James? Exactly like a cat in a wood chipper. It shouldn't have a backbone, no. And if anything, when I do this, I can see it. There's a big gap. There's a big old gappa. No. Something like that, right? I never learned D. I really regret that. There was a time when that would have come easier to me. That would have been much easier to learn than it is for me now. When you're younger, you do pick things up quickly. It's and it's not an easy tune. It's free form. It's basically done freely. So free time. It's tricky. And it's free, but it's not free, right? He's got the friggin' rubato down. I don't. It would be tricky to learn now, I think. Have a good one, Sassy Cat. You think so, Alan? Never too late. I'll try. It is tricky, though. I have given it a look in the last 10 years and been like, maybe not. Have a good one, Monty. Yeah, that's also Breathe. No, you know what? They're 80/20s. They're bronze. Are they 80/20? No, they're phosphors. That's phosphor bronze. They're phosphor bronze. 80/20. Why, I oughta. You're an 80/20. I know Horse with No Name. I should know that, but you're gonna fill a great book of acoustic songs with songs I don't know on acoustic. Boston Bruins killing it in NHL this season. I know. My God, they just beat the Montreal Canadiens, the 77 Montreal team, right? Wasn't that who it was? For the fastest team to 100 points. And they actually beat it by 101. I don't know Country Joe and the Fish, you know. Is it, hey. Will my house burn down in a flash of thunder? Wife ran off with a one-legged plumber. Crops died when riverbed ran dry. Right. Yeah, my dog got hit by a pickup truck. Son ran away and got hooked on drugs. Daughter's not a class of 85. Right, what now? What is it? I just pissing more. I got 1 foot on a banana peel, the other in the twilight zone. People say that life is good, but I don't know why. As far as I can tell, life sucks, then you die. Oh yeah, life sucks and you die. Was it by the Fools? Government dumps its toxic waste right on the top of my mother's grave. The team of experts say it won't do her no harm. God, I have to think about it. It's such a, I think it was the Fools. Yeah, the Fools. God, that was such a great song. How does it sound without the plug-in? Let me see if I can bypass the whole thing. Can I do that? I don't think, it's a weird thing that, it's kind of the one thing that THU doesn't have is a single push bypass. But I think if I turn this off, and that off, and that off, that's it. The reverb, add the little chorus, and then of course the amp. Where is it? There it is. Remember, it's not an acoustic guitar. It's a solid piece of wood. It's going to sound like an electric guitar plugged through no amp. What do you think the Vol is going to sound like plugged through it? Kind of the same, actually. All right. It's solid. It's not an acoustic. Any damn Yankees. I don't know Hotel California either. I never really learned that tune. And then I never learned it. That would be a tune I'd learn, but I've known for a long time that you can't play that tune on YouTube. Rain Song needs a special tuning. Yeah, it is. It's kind of like a boat oar. Let me move that over here. There we go. Couldn't tell you one Meat Puppets song. And there's a band completely out of my wheelhouse. I can probably tone down the reverb a little bit. It's actually not even that high. I turned it down too much, you won't hear it at all. I just cut it in half. But all that really does is just bring in the mix. Yeah, I don't think this is ebony. I'm 99% sure. In fact, I'm 100% sure that's a composite. But it looks like ebony. But it's composite for sure. Do I own any acoustic guitars? First time on the show. Yeah. I have 2 Framus acoustics. I have a Larrivee. I have a Donner carbon fiber acoustic. I have a Kramer Farrington acoustic. I have an Ovation. I got an Alvarez 12 string. What else? I have a Donner with the built-in effects. That's actually a really nice guitar. More reverb. I don't really know a lot of folk. I'm trying to think, do I need folk? I need another acoustic? I know it'd be hard to beat the Larrivee. That's all solid wood from Canada. You mean my left? You mean this acoustic here? That one? That is an acoustic. That's a big guitar to hold though. And it's much louder. It would come through on the microphone. That's why I don't do acoustic guitars all that much, because they come through on the microphone. This is a solid body electric, which is why it's not coming through on the microphone. You see people, acoustic guitars are made of hollow pieces of wood, where solid body electrics are made of solid pieces of wood. This being a solid piece of wood, John Denver. He was simple stuff. I feel like he's like just cowboy chords, you know. Yeah, Sunshine on My Shoulders. No, not really, no Don McLean. You know, I didn't play a ton of acoustic. I had one acoustic really growing up. That was a D40, a Guild. I didn't even have that when I was young. I didn't get that till like my early, I think my early 20s. What time is it here? It is 7:46 p.m. I don't know badge. You could, like I said, there's countless songs I don't know. People think I know every song. In fact, I would say the majority of songs I don't know. That would be a true statement. And basically, I went through a period where I was like heavily into school and wasn't really playing guitar much. Well, RJ and a lot of those other dudes are actually in music school and continuing to play guitar. I took like 2 years off because I had no time to play a guitar in that time period. I was too friggin' busy. No guitar playing. That was college and prior. No time for that. I don't know Norwegian Wood. I don't think I know Give a Little Bit. Is it just D sus? Is it sus to a... Is the sus as a... Something like that. Is there a way to get stereo input for THU? Yeah, just select 2 of your inputs and make sure you have something going into it. Of course, I always have just one selected, but I could select up to 8 inputs, I think. Yeah, she talks to angels. Forget it now. It's just the A, right? Yeah, open A. I'm not changing. It's not the easiest to change with these little rotary ones. Yeah, one did what? That's minor, major. Yeah, see, Over the Hills and Far Away, you wonder if that one will get me in trouble, you know. I know, right, Sammy? Yeah. There it is. Yeah, Ramble-On is it? Yeah. I think the pick is too scratchy. It's actually played with slide. I don't know the Seeker. I don't know a ton of Who songs. Right. I got a couple sips here. Do I know this Yamaha silent guitar? No, but I think Donner does. I used to have a blueberry beer during the show. Yeah. You know what? The 6-pack ran out. So many great Rolling Stones, you know. You know, I used to know Old Man. I can't think of it now, you know. Is it town in Ontario? I never know the lyrics. Doesn't matter. That's the whole song. You're hearing the whole tune. Neil wasn't much for sections. Thanks, Ryan. That's a great tune. So simple, but it goes to show you the power of a melody, because that chord progression has been used 1 billion times. And what's knocking on heaven's door? That's A minor, right? Is it G? Do it Guns N' Roses style. God says the sad drive away. I guess you No, that's great, dude. No, that's awesome. I'm a singer. Yeah, it's a little bit of a curly in there. Yeah. Am I officially old? Ugh. Nailed it. So overwrought. He's like the Christina Aguilera of rock. I oughta. You know. Axl Rose with a cold, exactly. Bob Dylan. I can hear you does the sea. Knocking. Who's there? It's kind of a knock-knock joke. Started out as a knock joke, but a lot of people don't know that. Knocking on Heaven's Door started out as a knock-knock joke. Knock, knock. Who's there? It's me, Bob, actually. Soy Bob. Remember Soy Bob? Which is Spanish for I am Bob. Helps if you hit the right notes. Oh, Bob. I actually saw Bob Dylan in 1987. He opened for the Grateful Dead at Foxborough Stadium. And I will say this, I had seen a few shows at Foxborough, and that was by far the best sounding, because the Grateful Dead placed speakers out in the balconies and out in the loge. They littered that whole place with speakers. And everybody had sort of like their personal sound, rather than one giant sound block up at the front. And my God, did that work great. They just had speakers everywhere. And they spent and they even said, we spent a long time getting the sound just right in this place. And I will say, for a stadium show, it sounded really good. I was tripping balls pretty hard. Might have had something to do with it. But no, it was the speakers. It was the speakers. I don't think I do. So Dylan twice in the 2000s was happy to see he was still alive, yeah. Distributed system got to use delay stuff when to tune those. I tell you, it was pretty crazy. So we had, it wasn't stereo, but we had a mono loudspeaker. Every section had like a friggin', a mono loudspeaker right at the front of it. And I could hear it, and I was like, "Oh my God, this sounds really good." it's like really good. A really good sounding show for a stadium show. The worst was the Who. Could barely hear them. That was a terrible show. The Stones sounded really good there. Yeah, God, I used to know so many more Stones songs. What Who show? I think it was, I'd have to check the tour dates. But I want to say it was the summer of '89 or the summer of 1990. Because I saw the Stones on the Steel Wheels tour right around the same time, and that was '89 for sure. That was like October of '89, September or October of '89. And then I saw them again on the, twice again, I saw them in the same stadium on the big tour after Steel Wheels, whatever that tour was. And then finally on the an indoor show. That was the one where I had the screwed up eye. My eye! Yeah, waiting on a friend. Who's that out? What is it? Actually, AC/DC Ride On will definitely get me. They nail that one. They're ready for that one. That's owned by some European companies and like an Australian company, right? The Bon Scott stuff, they seem to have sold to like 25 different publishing houses because everyone dipped their beak in that one. Because whenever I do anything, less so with the Brian Johnson. I don't know what's up with that. Brian Johnson stuff I seem to be able to get away with a little bit more. but the Bon Scott stuff, not so much. Yeah, exactly. Right on. It's copyrighted in like 17. I'm telling you, man, they're that particular one. They're like, oh, like this place in Austria owns it. This place in Italy owns it. This place in like, it's like all these people come out of the woodwork. Though I think I won they never gave me a conclusion to it. I think I won my case with the, they got me for playing Old Lang Syne. I'm like, that's a public domain song. And you don't own that backing track. I know who owns that backing track. That's a James Santiago backing track. That is not owned by who you say it's owned by, but they like own like a copy of someone doing it. And it was a match, and I said, yeah, no. And it took 30 days. They were like, oh, we're going to have a resolution to this in like 10 days, and that was like 21 days later. The hell is this? The hell is this? I got a new phone. Got a new phone this week, and I have to say, I have been pretty happy about it. It was yeah, there we go. There we go. Let me turn that off. So I got a smoking deal on my new Samsung. Same as the old Samsung. They look almost identical. Though this one is noticeably, it's faster. And actually even a little bit heavier it feels. Anyway, normally, you get the phone, you say like, hello, and you go, okay. And they say like, do you have Wi-Fi? And you're like, yep. They're like, all right, tap in your Wi-Fi password. Like, okay, and now we're connected. Do you have a Google account? Yep. Enter your name and password. Okay. All right, let's, you might need a two-step verification or whatever, but basically you sort of go ahead. Not this time. This time I get the phone. I get it straight from Google, on a big promotion. And it shows up. I start the phone up. And it goes like, welcome. I go, welcome. And they're like, do you have your old phone nearby? And I go, yes. And they go, check the screen of that other phone. If there's a little screen on that phone asking you a question, say yes. And of course, I go to that other phone, and there is a window popped up. And it says, would you like to connect with this other phone? And I go, yes. And then the other phone goes, beep, 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 beep. Welcome, Stephen. I was like, oh my God. If you just sit back and relax while we transfer everything over to you. I had to use my thumbprint to like do a security check on the old phone to like, enter your thumb in for security, which I did, and boom, done. And then at one point they're like, okay, we did all the basic stuff. Now it's the big stuff like, photographs and videos and stuff. You want to do that over Wi-Fi? You want to connect a cable? And I said, I'll connect the cable. That's infinitely faster than the Wi-Fi. And boom, done. It was like, took 30 minutes to copy over 140 gigs. I was like, nice. So, no, it's been, meet the new phone. It's pretty much the same as the old phone, except faster and better camera. Your iPhone does the same thing? Yeah. Yeah, newer battery too. So, actually, it's the same battery as the old phone, but the processor is so much more efficient than the last gen that it actually ekes out like an extra hour of use compared to the old phone. So, it's more efficient, apparently. Yeah, it stays in pretty good tune, right? Once you get it in tune. I'm not really bending, though. That's what sends guitars out of tune. The boomer bends. So we tried a new place today. The Jamaican Hut, a Caribbean Jamaican place. Tried the jerk chicken, and it comes with like a steamed cabbage thing and like rice and, they call it rice and peas, but it's like a rice and bean. And I got a Jamaican beef patty because you kind of have to try one. And my wife got an order of the plantains. And I got to say, they're pretty good. A little pricey. Like we both agreed, it was really good. But for the kind of money we spent there, we could probably go to a really good barbecue place not too far from there and maybe do a little better in terms of like quantity, and quality would be the same, easily. So, but I got to say that the one dish they have there that I'd like to try is the oxtail. But it's like $25 for the entree. It's not cheap, Yeah, exactly. It has the steamed cabbage. Exactly, it was steamed cabbage. Right. And it was really good. Yeah, exactly. Oxtail. We went with chicken. We played it safe first time around. Oxtail is very good. Also, curry goat. They had curry goat. They had both of those. They had the oxtail, and they make like a chicken bowl, Jamaican bowl chicken, which looked like almost like a chicken wings in a stew. It was kind of weird. But they say it's everybody who commented on the place said, "Oh my God, this is like the closest I can get to like real Jamaican food around here." Like this guy who is from Jamaica, they're like, he's good. And my wife said, she goes, "This is a ghost kitchen. There's no kitchen in there. They basically have everything, like they cook everything and bring it all in, and then they just serve it all up out of serving trays." In this place, she goes, "There's no kitchen in there." She goes, "They ghost kitchen that, without a doubt." They probably have a kitchen in a place that's not permitted for people to go to. Years ago, Jamaican food was dirt cheap. They moved out. I tell you, the beef patty was pretty good, spicy. But like my wife said, she goes, very flaky pastry, and very well done. Wasn't greasy. Comes in a little paper bag. How easy would it be to use that guitar for open tunings? Not really. I mean, you kind of can, but it's not as easy because of the knurled tuners. You have to use the, if I can find them here, way down there. You got to use the, Allen wrench. Using the Allen wrench makes it infinitely easier. See how much alternate tuning could you do on one of these. You could do whatever alternate tuning you want. I mean, it tunes up. It's just that it's not quick to change because you really need the Allen wrenches, I think, to get it precise. Oh yeah, me and Julio, that's like, no, that's nothing. Ticket to Ride, right? Am I going through THU tonight? I am. So did anybody see KISS this week on Howard Stern? You know, they were in full corporate mode. You know, the interview was kind of a waste. But I have to say, they did Detroit Rock City. And they did Rock and Roll All Night. And I thought they sounded great in studio. Goes to show you the studio musicians, you know, they really, you know, it all starts with the drummer, and that drummer they have is just a goddamn technician. He's very much like a Greg Bissonette, right? Just like a real student of many different genres. He just happens to play with KISS. But that guy, he's you know, Eric Singer. He's a really, really good drummer, and it shows. I thought they sounded fantastic. People in the comments, I was shocked they were accusing Paul Stanley of lip syncing. And I'm like, what world are you living in? He was absolutely singing it, and quite frankly, not very well. If he was going to lip sync it, I think he would pull a better goddamn track than that. He sounded strained and old. It sounded like an old dude singing it. And you could see his voice, he's clearly singing it. I mean, what is wrong with people? But they're just so caught up in that goddamn narrative, they can't help themselves. But he was singing it strainfully, you know, a little screechy, and Howard even commented on it. He's like, and the dude was like, hey, look, I'm 70 years old, all right? I'm getting old. KISS was not lip syncing. Without a doubt, they weren't. In fact, I don't think Howard would allow it, to be quite honest. He'd be like, yeah, we're not doing that. He wouldn't want to be part of it. Exactly, Skyprop. Howard would absolutely call them out if they were doing that. You know, I would not. The last place I would go in and try and lip sync would be the Stern Show. Because he'd be like, you know, why? Why do you feel you have to do that? He'd couch it in kindness. He'd be like, oh, but you guys are so great. But he'd be really like, why don't you sing, you know? Losing their voice. You know what? I thought Gene sounded pretty good. You know? I thought Gene sounded great. I thought Paul sounded strained. You know, he had trouble hitting the notes, and I think they're tuned even a full step down to help him out. And you know, he was having a tough time. But you know what? Their timing was rock solid. The sound was explosive. The guitar sounded so good. And I was just like, you know what? They're in their 70s. They're still bringing it. You know, give the guy some goddamn credit. You know? Now, when they talk, it's eye-rollingly corporate. You know, they're very much like politicians. They have a full set of what they want to say, and, you know, they have a narrative that they always want to put out, but, you know, forgetting that and just getting on with their performance, I thought it was really good. Well, it was quite good. Exactly. Howard would go, oh, well, let me sing it. If you can't sing it, Paul, I'll sing it. And it'd be like, you know, well, let me help you out. But he's not. He's really like just gouging them. Being like, oh, I'll sing it for you. And they'd be like, no, Howard. Stern is recluse now. Well, I don't think he's going to go back in. The only time he went in was Bruce Springsteen. I think Bruce Springsteen wouldn't do the appearance unless he came into the studio. And so he was like, all right, I'll go in. But it would take only a certain celebrity to pull him out of his house and get him to actually go into the city and go to the studio. He doesn't want to do it. I think that's over. I don't think he's ever going back in. He'll tell everybody else that they have to go back in, but Howard, Robin, and Fred will be exempt. He was decent enough not to upset his Hollywood friends. Well, he. You know, when we've been over this, Sirius XM was bought out. Tim Sabian was fired. They put in Marcy Katz, who cleaned house. Everybody, I think, other than Howard and Robin and maybe Fred, had to like interview for their jobs again. Mel Karmazin quit because he refused to not be the CEO of the new company. It was a hostile takeover. They basically threw out a massive bid and bought the friggin' thing, right? And they didn't have a poison pill. They didn't have enough reserves. They couldn't take a poison pill and fend it off, and they were overtaken. And now all of a sudden they had somebody with like 51% of the shares, and they moved in. Oh, this place looks nice. We're moving in, and they took it over. And they were like, oh, what's this whole Howard TV thing? Oh, well, that's my TV show. They're like, no. Well, how much are we paying you? And you're doing all these visual gags? Yeah, that's out. Why don't you have Hollywood celebrities in here? Like, oh, they went in there and like completely whipped that show into shape. They're like, you're our flagship show, and we don't want to hear it. You know? Oh, yeah. When's the last time you heard the Sibian? 10 years? What was that, 2014? And that all died as soon as Marcy Katz got in there. I was, yeah, we're not, no. You're going to describe what you're seeing in the studio to our people over, what are we paying you for? How about you bring in some celebrities and have interesting conversations? And they were like, yeah. And the other thing is that Gary famously would never call anybody. They were too, full of themselves. Well, if they want to be on here, they can call us, And I think management turned that around. He's like, why don't you go out there and start booking some talent? What are we paying you for? To sit around and wait for the phone to ring and decide whether or not you're going to have them on? How about you go out and get some people and bring them on here? When's the last time you had an A-list celebrity in here? And they're like, yeah. you know? It's like, you're on my flagship. We're giving you 2 goddamn channels. The hell are you doing? Oh, no, they, and quite frankly, they were right. It had turned into a visual medium for a side project of his. SiriusXM wasn't making any money off of that. You know, like, what are we doing here? And he used to absolutely shit all over YouTube. God, he used to just rail. YouTube this, YouTube stealing my... Yeah, because he was trying to sell it on... Then now finally they monetized it. He's got like 1 million subscribers, and they're actually getting like probably a pretty good little paycheck out of their YouTube channel. He's finally embraced YouTube because he sees it as a monetary stream. You know? And quite frankly, they just have a basic setup. They don't have people. It's all just still cameras set up around the area. That's it. You know, they don't have a bunch of people running cameras. It's just standard still cameras. And they just move between cameras. Probably those little 4K little move-arounds, you know? They work great. Stu's net worth around $650 million. You ever see his house? It's on. I can probably find it very quickly, just because it's right on the water, and the house is very distinctive. Where is it? Long Island, Southampton. Yeah, it's up around here. Some pretty crazy properties up here. Is included. Oh, where is it? There it is. You go 3D? Yeah. Yep. There it is. That's Stern's house. Oop. Getting the wrong thing here. Can you see it there? No, hold on. Here we go. That's a little better. Yeah. That's his house right there. Right there. And to get to it, it's kind of weird. It's a private entrance down this little side road, which you get in through like this guy's driveway, which you get in. The only place you could really get to is like this main road here. So this is where cars can go, but beyond this, it's all private road. And it's pretty deep in, right? You got to go all the way down here and then turn into this little side road and then turn into this dude's like, it's like really like this guy's driveway, and go down this like hedge road down the side to finally get down to his place down here. It's pretty nice. And for as nice as that is, and trust me, these are all, you know, these are all big fat properties. That's nothing. There's a guy up here. Where is he? He's got the sickest property. Where is he? You know, I mean, these are pretty crazy, you know, properties up here. But there's this one guy. There he is. Look at this guy's goddamn property. All right. Look at this thing. Look at that. That's one dude's These are all the other goddamn houses up here. And this is the goddamn kingfish right here. You see this dude? That is one enormous parcel. And if you look closely, it's like, and you just imagine, you know, pulling into your estate and going down your tree-lined driveway to your compound, and then just the shrubbery, just the gardens in this place are just insane. Just unbelievable. you know, out by the pool house and the cabana, you know, with the, and then, you know, more gardens and just the sheer expanses, walking trail around your property, you know, out at the tennis courts. I'm not going to lie, it's a wonderful life. Have your staff go goddamn farm the table on your fucking greenhouse on your own property with all your beds and everything, you know. Who's tending to that? You think the guy who owns this house? I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh no, that's living right there. And of course it's beachfront. And it looks like they sold off something here, or somebody owned it. And I think this is his. This golf course. You know, when you're feeling like you might do a little putt-putt. Oh my God. Look at this place. Who knows what that's probably just the groundskeepers. You know, all the different gardens. That's insane. You know, what do you think that house is going for with the land? You know, $500 million? Howard Stern, just to put it in perspective, they had it in the Post. Where's that house again? Where's this house again? Down a little further. Where is it? Yeah, a little bit past this. Did I miss it? No, he's down here, right? Yeah, right there. So that's Stern's place, right? I think it ends here, right? Here. So this is the parcel, right? That's the parcel. They reported in the in the New York Post that, forgetting the house, he paid $50 million for the parcel. $50 million for that parcel, and then he put the house on it. Probably cost another $100 million for that house. Not even though. Probably actually only cost a few million. Houses are cheaper to build than you think. So what do you think this place is going for? Right? Thinking he paid $50 million for that lot in 2006. What the hell is this going for? That, you know what I'm saying? Damn, is it? Exactly. It's the inventor of the garden weasel. You know who that is? You know the guy who sprays the boat bottom with the rubber and then goes out on the pond? It's his brother. $150 million. Are you insane? I'm thinking he could get, just for the land itself, I'm thinking like 5 times, maybe even 10 times what Stern got paid for that place. It's probably 10 lots of the same on there. Now they may not all be waterfront, but damn, that is a lot of parcels to. I mean, look how many houses you could squeeze on there, right on that same parcel. I'm telling you, that's up there. That's a lot of land in Southampton. Tree Fitty. Now Stern, I think he still has the apartment in New York City, but maybe not. Yeah, I think $500 million. I think you're right, because they would look at that as like developmental land, right? And they could sell each house in there for probably, you know, friggin' $40-50 million. That's a $1.25 billion property. I think so. I'm telling you. First of all, you know, real estate has skyrocketed in the last 10 years. And secondly, it's in the Hamptons. It's in a very exclusive area. And thirdly, it is a crazy, just to have that parcel alone, that amount of acreage in a single parcel, you know? That's why when they sold off the Playboy Mansion, right? That's what made the Playboy Mansion so desirable, was that I think he had like, I thought he said they had, what, 7 acres or something? It was like some crazy amount of land that was owned by the Playboy Club out in Beverly Hills. And I remember Hugh Hefner saying, like, just the land alone's worth like millions of dollars. Yeah, exactly. Gus owns it. Doesn't it, as you look at the highest and best use of the property, I think you would have to consider that as being, you know, able to be turned into a, you know, multi, unit, single family, you know, big fat houses, but still several of them. You could probably fit a dozen in there and they wouldn't even be seeing each other. Property's pretty big. Yeah, exactly. That's a lot of Airbnbs. How's Barracuda goes? It's E to G. Puffy has a house around there, yeah. It's in the Hamptons, Southampton. Well, what camera are you using? I'm using a Logitech. Like, what are they? Logitech, like a 920? Something like that. Logitech, I think 920C? That sound right? Lots of jobs to think about all the housekeepers, babysitters, lawn. Oh my God, yeah. No, that takes a full staff for a piece of. And you see how manicured it was and how gorgeous it was. That place is well kept. That's not some rundown old billionaire whose estate has run out of money and the place has fallen into disrepair. The craziest is who was that? Dominic, the lawyer, used to go on Stern. Some dude tracked down like Dominic's house that he was having built that they ran out of money, never had it finished, and the place just fell into disrepair. You should, just like one of those places that just, you know, turned into a crack house. And it looked amazing, like they were going to do, let's say, all this. My house was incredible, but it wasn't finished, and it just, you know, of course now it's all overgrown with weeds and growth, and you know, windows are smashed out. And it's getting, oh my God, just, you know, like what any abandoned house would look like. Dominic Barbara. Dominic the lawyer. Yeah, C920 by Logitech. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. That wasn't Dominic whispering on the public bus. That was the put your dancing shoes on. The guy who had no idea. Is it Vinny? Right, Vinny from Letterman, yeah. He tried to put the play on and it goddamn bankrupted him. Yeah, C920. Vinny Favale. Was in Aretha's place a dirty dump? No, but what happened was when I think she left, it went into disrepair, right? Nobody was tending to it. And Detroit gets cold. You know, you get a burst pipe, nobody's got the heat on. It's like houses very quickly, if neglected, like get real bad, get in real tough shape. And I think that's kind of what happened to her place, right? Any Spanish guitar? Not really. Like a little Phrygian riff. Sounds legit enough, right? You're playing, well, technically correct. Lacks passion. Wholehearted by Extreme, we were playing that earlier. It's a little hard to play on this. That one you need a real acoustic, I think. See, that doesn't work with it. I know her. I don't know really any Johnny Cash. She was never really on my radar. Nobody Home by Floyd is a great tune, though. Little line cliche to start out, A minor. To a dominant 7. To an F major. Turn around to a minor. To a C. To that wonderful break. It should be an E minor, but they make it an E major. And even dominant later on. To an F. Back to C again. Don't be afraid to do this. This time when you go to that E, when he says the word blues, make it dominant 7. Now you go to that F. Confident that you nailed it. And now you're going to signal a change here by going to a dominant 7 chord. Look at this, John is the fly. Right. There goes that F to minor. Anyway, you get it. Good one, Johnny Rock. Wendy, I don't know Hagar or Kenny Wayne Shepherd. Clean the house today, you're fading fast, yeah. It'll do it. Later you up, maybe. I don't know, probably not actually. Pretty tired. Any bluegrass riffs? Not really. Streaming are good for live streaming. Yeah, I don't think it's quite the quality of like OBS directly, but it's good. It has a lot of features. I don't think I know every rose has its thorn. I'm thinking it's this. Something like that. There you go. This one's for you 90s kids. Not really on Billy Squire. Closer to find out. Time of your life? I don't think I know that. The Indigo Boys. I have not seen the latest South Park. I'll have to watch it. Though I have to say I love that friggin' bidet. God, best thing ever. Bob Seger. Right. We'll go on James. Yeah, Ben Coombs is playing, he's doing his live show tomorrow night, and he has RJ Ronquillo. Quilio. Quilio is the Spanish pronunciation. Quilio is the Filipino. What I loved is, I think 60 Minutes talked to Bob Seger maybe 10 years ago or 15 years ago, something like that. He's going to go back out on tour. He was doing, maybe it was 2008 or something. I forget when it was. It was a long time ago. But he was going back out on tour again, had a new album, and he was out promoting it. And they're like, why is this? He goes, because my kids don't believe I'm famous. They, as much as I try to tell them, no, seriously, I'm famous. They're like, I don't believe you. Exactly what the dealio. Have a good one, speaker. Yeah, the other one that was like that was Joan Baez. Her grandkids didn't believe she was famous. And she got them tickets to go see, like, Taylor Swift. And they were like, yeah, but you have a bunch of industry contacts. This doesn't mean anything, And then when they got to the show, someone came out to them and said, like, Taylor would like to meet you. And that's when her grandkids were like, oh, you are famous. Right. That's it. It's easier to play with an electric neck. Well, thank you, Retro Puffer. I haven't played the acoustic. I tell you, I've been just enjoying playing the guitar, and so when it came time to pick a guitar tonight, I said, you know what? You have this plugged in. You already have a patch going. Just plug it in and you use the patch. And that's what I did. The patch is what did I say it was? It was a clean fried. It was called fried clean, which is, I think, a Friedman, but they can't say Friedman. They have to say fried. It's fried clean. Exactly. Hot shot dispatched. Have a good one, Ripley. All right, dudes. It is 9 p.m. We have had a wonderful night of acoustic sonnets, kind of. And we will do it all again 1 week from now. Until then, super thanks for everyone hanging out tonight. Really appreciate everybody hanging out. Super extra thanks to anyone who contributed. I always appreciate that. And of course, Brofist to my mod squad. Hashtag Brofist, hashtag mod squad. And we'll do it all again roughly 6 days and 22 hours from now. And there you have it. No, you rock. And, I need a little change of pace, always with the riffing and the bending and the bend riffs and the riff bends. It was a nice change. Just to chill. Let's just chill. And we're all better because of it. And there you go. No, you rock. All right. I will see you guys. I have a video coming out this week. I got the Northern Mala. It's a Mala. From Cuddly Huggy Bear Glenn Freaker. Did I pronounce it? Who is it? Fricker? I don't think that's right. Anyway, Glenn Fricker. That's what they're telling me. I'll have that out this week. Check that out. And until then, there you go. Yeah, exactly. Northern Marla. All right, dudes. No, you rock. I'll see you in a week. Until then, be good. Rock on. And I'll see you in a week. And there you go. All right. Fricker. I don't even know her. Fricker, I hardly even touched her. Fricker, I didn't even kiss her. All right. Have a good one. Mahler, I don't even know her. All right. Later.